Are You Gonna Go My Way, Lenny Kravitz. I believe Craig Ross played this solo. And we're playing in E, and it's over this kind of amp. That kind of thing going on. And it mostly is E minor pentatonic stuff, except for a couple of licks that pull from the major pentatonic. So I'm going to show you all the scale positions that are used in this solo. So the E minor pentatonic scale positions that are used are... Our E's are here, here, and here. This position. Our E's are here, here, and here. And this position. The major pentatonic positions that are used are E's being here, here, and here. And there's only really like one note from this other position, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. It is here. And the only note we really use is this one. All right, cool. Here's the first section. It's a very rhythmic lick towards the end. So we're hammering on the D string, vibrato. We move to the G string, 12 hammer on to 14, and then pick 12 again with a little slight bend, but it's slow. So, and then this next lick, we're basically just descending through the minor pentatonic scale. So this is a pull off on the D string. And once we get to this 14th fret on the D string again, we pick it twice. So it's... Then we go to the A string and slide back from 14. Once we get to 12, we pick it again. And then 10 twice. And then 12 on low E twice. And and then 2 hammer-ons from 10 to 12 on the low E string. So it sounds like a lot, but here it is really slow. So. Mostly alternate picking, definitely 2 downstrokes on the... Now we're into the major pentatonic portion of the solo. It sounds like this. We slide into the 11th fret of the A string, then the 9th fret of the D string, and that's very staccato. Then we have a pull off from the 11th to the 9th fret of the D string, 11th fret of the A string, and then we hammer on 9 to 11 on the D string. And then we got, so we're picking 9 and 11, and then we're pre-bending that 11th fret up a full step and letting it come down, pulling off to the 9th fret. So 11 on D, and then we're hammering on 9 to 11 on G, back to 11 on D, and then 9 on G. It sounds like a lot, but here it is, very, very slow. Then we're going to slide from 11 to 13 with our middle finger on the G string. And then 12 on the B, 12 on the high E, back to 12 on the B with our index finger. 15, slide to 17, and then pick a few times with aggressive vibrato. So that part sounds like that. All together. So we had just changed positions. And then we're going to play in this Albert King box. So that's like the 17th fret on the B string, 15 on the high E, and then back to the 17 twice. Very sharp. And then we ascend. So that's 17 on B, 15, 17 on high E, and we bend. And I think we do that 4 times. And on the 5th time, we come down, pull off, and land on the 17th fret of the B string. And we pick that a couple of times. And on the 3rd time, we bend that up a minor 3rd. So and then we repeat that minor 3rd bend 5 times. And on the 6th time, we do the same idea where we bend up, come down, pull off to 15, and then we land on 16 on the G, and then 15, 17 on the B. So here's the next section. So this section is really cool because it contains a lot of very useful blues rock or classic rock cliche licks that are really good vocabulary to have and use. So steal these. They're very cool. The first lick kind of leads us into the cliche part. And we're sliding from 16 to 14 on the G and pulling off to 12. Then we're hitting 14 on the D. And then when we hit our 12th fret on the G string again, we're going to hammer on to 14, pull off, go back to 14 on D, and hit 12 on the G string again. So, and that's our lead-in lick. It's also how we get from that Albert King sort of position back to our home base pentatonic position. So, once we're there, we have a couple of blues rock cliches that we repeat. The first one is this. And you'll often see that with a bend at the end. And in fact, he does play that in this solo, but I consider that bend to be the beginning of the second lick. So what we're doing is we're bending the 14th fret on the G string up a full step, and then 12 on B, 12 on high E, and 12 on B again. And I'm picking that down, down, up, down. The next lick is that slash Jimmy Page that you hear all the time. And that is a full step bend on the B string, 15th fret, downstroke. Upstroke on the high E string, 12th fret. And then a downstroke on the 15th fret of the B string, pulling off to the 12th fret. So, and the fingering for that, you have options. And you repeat those two, one time a piece, twice. So like this. So it's just one after the other. Pause. And then you take the pauses out. And I think I'm doing a double downstroke to get that. And sometimes I think I might play that with an upstroke. But I don't think it matters. It's not like blistering fast, so I think either will probably work. So, and then we play that first lick again with a bend at the end on the 15th fret of the B string. And then we have 12, 15 on the B, and then 12 on the high E string again. So it's... And then we have a third cool blues rock or classic rock cliche lick. So that's a full step bend on the 15th fret of the B string. And then we're following that with the same note on the high E string with our index finger. So in this case, we're hitting E's. So we're bending to E, and then we're hitting E. Bending to E, hitting E. And we do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the context of the lick, here's where it changes. And then the last part is a descending sequenced minor pentatonic lick. It sounds like this. Do it again. So we're pulling off from 15 to 12 on the high E string. You can use your pinky for these high notes on the B and high E string. I'm going to probably use my ring finger, but I don't think it matters. Dealer's choice. I'm hitting that 15th fret with a downstroke, pulling off to 12. High E. Then I'm hitting the 15th fret of the B with a downstroke. And then I'm returning to the high E string at the 12th fret with an upstroke. And that's like my unit. And you can move that around. That's a really cool lick. And that's exactly what he does. Instead of going this way, he goes up in the position. So now we're going B string, 15th fret, downstroke, pull off to 12. 14 on the G string, because we're adjusting for the scale. 12 on the B string with an upstroke. So, and you could keep moving. He doesn't, but you could, and you should. You should try that. That's very cool. So we have, and then we bend the 14th fret up a full step, down, pull off to 12 on the G string, 14th fret on the D string, and then we end this solo with, so that's 12, hammer on to 14, downstroke, then reattack 12 with some fearsome vibrato to end it. So that final section is hope that helps.